Live, News 8 at 5 starts now.
Here's a live look at Foxwoods tonight. 1 week to go. Tonight, News 8 is bringing you the final debate in the governor's race. Here's a live look at what's happening between the three top candidates for governor. The setup underway right now. Republican Bob Stefanowski, Democrat Ned Lamont, and petitioning candidate Oz Griebel will go head-to-head tonight on News 8 live from Foxwoods. We got a preview of this very important night in this very important race. We're glad you're with us, everybody. I'm Darren Kramer. Ann is at Foxwoods. We'll get to all of that coming up in just a moment. First, though, we want to check out your forecast. Joe Fury is here with a check on your local forecast first. Halloween, important for a lot of kids and families coming up, Joe.
Indeed, Darren, yeah, and we're talking about what looks to be a very comfortable day tomorrow. Now, today, we started out with the clouds, and the sun came out, then the clouds came back, and now it's nice and clear. So that sun's going down at 5:47. Wind is dying down. Temperature is going to take a dive this evening and probably quickly go into the 30s in some spots. So we'll say 40s overall. Sun's going down there at 5:51, and probably a frosty start to Halloween. Temperatures that'll be in the upper 20s, low mid 30s, a little bit better along the shoreline. And as we go on through tomorrow, more clouds come back in, but we'll say mixed sun and clouds. Temperatures up towards 60, and it looks like a trick-or-treat time. We stay in the 50s with more clouds coming in, so we're going to be in good shape for Wednesday, and great shape too if you're heading up to Boston. Great day for a parade, as temperatures there will be in the 50s too, and we'll stay dry. And it looks like we're going to get wet as we head for the end of the week, as temperatures are moving up. But so are the umbrellas. It looks like a real soaking for the end of the week. The big question is, will that last for the weekend or not? I'll let you know in the 8-day forecast coming up.
Joe, thank you. News 8 is your local election headquarters. Tonight, the final debate between the three leading candidates for governor, and a brand new poll is out tonight that shows it is a very tight race. The new Quinnipiac poll numbers tell the tale right now among likely voters. This taken last week. Democrat Ned Lamont has 47% of the vote. Republican Bob Stefanowski, 43%. Petitioning candidate Oz Griebel at 7%. That puts the top two in pretty much a dead heat now, with the margin of error in this poll at just under 4%. News 8's Laura Hutchinson live for us at Foxwoods tonight, where we will bring you that final debate later tonight. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Darren. Good evening to you. Yes, as you said, this poll showing that this race is really way too close to call right now. So if you're sitting at home watching this and you're undecided, or you're one of those people who doesn't like to vote in the midterm elections, well, we're trying to focus your attention in on tonight, because your vote could really swing this election. And if there's a candidate you want to see in the governor's office, well, you need to get out and vote a week from tonight. And that is why tonight is so important. We are live here at Foxwoods. You can see the stage is set behind me. This debate tonight brought to you by News 8, the Hartford Courant, and the Connecticut Conference of Municipalities. And Nyberg will be our moderator this evening. Keith Kuntz will be one of the panelists asking questions. And I'm joined now by our chief political reporter, Mark Davis. Good evening, Mark, to you. This is a very exciting night that we're looking forward to. First off, I just want to find out from you, what do you think the tone is going to be tonight, as this is the final debate? This is their last push.
Well, both Lamont and Stefanowski don't want to blow the numbers that they have. It's interesting to note in that poll, if we take a deeper dive, 47%, that's what Lamont had in the previous poll. So he hasn't changed at all. It's Stefanowski that's come up, and Griebel's gone down. The interesting thing is only 4% of the people that were polled by Quinnipiac say they're undecided, but 13% of those who've made up their mind say they could change their mind. And here's what's key for Ned Lamont. Half of those people who are voting for Oz Griebel as of today say that Ned Lamont's their second choice. So Ned Lamont's got to convince those Griebel voters to come his way if he wants to put a cushion between him and Bob Stefanowski. Of course, don't forget, the plus or minus on this is 4%, so it is statistically a dead heat. Some other interesting facts here. Lamont's lead is fired by women voters. 55% of women voters say they'll vote for Lamont, only 34% for Stefanowski. Men, Stefanowski gets 51%, Lamont 38%. Non-white for Lamont is still 63%. That really needs to be higher if he's going to win Bridgeport, New Haven, and Hartford, which he has to win. A Democrat has to win if he's going to win in a statewide race.
All right, Mark Davis reporting for us this evening. This is a very important night. Really appreciate
big night.
Good looking into that poll for us as well. And I mentioned Keith Koontz is going to be asking the questions tonight. He's going to be one of the panelists asking the questions. We're going to talk to him in our 5:30 half hour to find out what the topics are going to be tonight, so we know exactly what we have to look forward to. So a lot to get to as this kicks off here live tonight at Foxwoods, 7 p.m. right here on News 8. So leave it here. Reporting live here tonight, I'm Laura Hutchinson. Darren, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Laura, thanks. So let's make your plans tonight. Here we go. The debate starts on News 8 starting at 7 o'clock tonight. The debate presented by News 8, the Hartford Courant, and the Connecticut Conference of Municipalities. We will also have complete post-debate coverage with a focus group of undecided voters. We're going to watch and make some decisions. That's tonight at 8 o'clock on our sister station, MyTV9. Today is the last day to register to vote before Election Day, and some registrars' offices have been very busy today, too, right up to the last minute, and you still have time if you move quickly. News 8's Stephanie Simone has a look at what you need to do if you still need to register.
You wouldn't think this registrar's office here in Milford is busy, no line, but they are knee-deep in paperwork right now. They've been getting new voters in since 6 this morning. This printer is getting a workout today.
We've been busy. We've been very busy.
They are going through reams at Milford's registrars of voters. It's all because today is the last day you can register to vote before next Tuesday. Each sheet is one newly registered voter who signed up online.
There's a lot of strong feelings in this election. I've sort of neglected voting in the past.
That's why she walks her application into the Parsons Government Center.
Perfect.
She didn't intend to do it last minute.
I had the form printed out, and I meant to do it last week, and then I was worried the mail-in would take too long, so just came in person.
It's not quite bigger than 2016. A presidential always is the busiest, but it is trending above average for a gubernatorial race.
If you want to cast your ballot, you need to act today. You can mail your application. Today's postmark will count. Walk it in like Rob. Registrar's offices across the state are open until 8, or do it online. And if that's not easy enough, can't find the time, or you simply forget, there is Election Day registration too.
It is a labor of love. I think we all take a lot of pride. We have great staff and we have great poll workers who work very hard to make Election Day happen.
I hope everyone gets out and votes. Every vote matters.
And this printer is going to keep on going. Online registration is until 11:59 tonight. In Milford, Stephanie Simone, News 8.
President Trump making another big move tonight in the already white-hot debate over immigration reform. The president says he wants to end the U.S. policy of anyone who is born in this country having the right to citizenship. The president says he plans to sign an executive order to do just that, but a lot of experts say he does not have the constitutional power to do it. It looks like that whole thing will wind up before the U.S. Supreme Court. News 8's Noel Gardner live now after speaking with people here in Connecticut about what they think about that today. Noel.
Darren, I talked to a law expert to find out whether Trump can undo it with an executive order. The latest discussion with law students at Quinnipiac University. President Trump proposing to end birthright citizenship for babies born to non-U.S. citizens and immigrants not authorized to be in the United States. Law professor Sheila Hare dismisses the idea.
An executive order would not be successful in changing this. What we would need is either a constitutional amendment or some act by Congress. And again, given the fact that we've had this law for over 100 years and it's very settled law in so many different ways, I think that's extremely unlikely.
She says it's a big distraction with midterm elections just 1 week away.
I think a week before the election is not the time to do it, and you know, people may get interesting sound bites and it may, you know, pump up the electorate, but I don't think it's going to be a productive conversation.
The city of New Haven prides itself on being a welcoming city, recognizing all of its residents no matter where they came from. Junta for Progressive Action is a resource for people coming here to start a new life. Daniel Reyes says Trump vowing to end birthright citizenship is creating fear.
It's definitely a tactic to scare folks, and I think that the message we all need to send out to everybody is that this is a safe place, this is a safe city, and we love everybody. And don't let the craziness of midterm election put fear or instill fear in you.
It's very disappointing and also enraging to see policies that would just attack people who really consider this place their home, and even children who don't know any other place but here.
Junta says citizenship is the right of any child born on American soil.
Folks are coming to the United States because infrastructure in their countries is poor. The ability for them to rise or lift themselves up out of poverty is just not possible. And it's about, why all immigrants came to the United States, to look for that American dream.
It's still unclear what the executive order would look like or when it would be proposed. I'm Noelle Gardner reporting live. Now back to you, Darren.
All right, Noelle, thanks. What do you think about the president wanting to end birthright citizenship in this country? We have that up on our News 8 Facebook page right now. Hit the like button and you can get in on that conversation. We're following a developing story out of West Virginia tonight. Notorious Boston mobster James Whitey Bulger has been killed in prison. Officials saying his death being investigated as a homicide. Bulger was found dead at the U.S. Penitentiary in Hazleton. He had just been moved there yesterday. Sources tell CNN an inmate with mafia ties is being investigated with killing him. He was serving life for a long list of crimes, including racketeering, extortion, as well as his role in 11 murders. He was 89. A family member of one of Bulger's victims is speaking out tonight.
I knew this day was going to come, and I knew this was going to happen. It's like surreal because I can't see it. There's nothing I would say to him. There is nothing.
Bulger rose to power as the head of Boston's Winter Hill Gang in the 1970s and 80s. He spent 16 years on the run before being arrested in 2011. President Trump among the mourners in Pittsburgh tonight. Next here on News 8 at 5, the president's visit to the scene of that synagogue shooting and the controversial welcome he's getting there. We'll look at that. Also, the celebration continues for the Boston Red Sox. We're going to look at how the manager shows his pride for his team and his homeland when we come back.